indigenous community and working together with the indigenous communities around the world. You are really, as an indigenous communities in plural, at the forefront of climate action and facing climate action and climate adaptation. So what would this look like from where you are sitting? What does gender just transitions and recovery look like for indigenous communities?
Thank you for that question, Ingvild. The truth is I'm coming from Assam, which is at the forefront of what we should be calling climate inaction crisis. I'm coming from a place where Dima Hasao has been destroyed because the actions that needed to have taken place 30 years ago did not happen. Indigenous peoples were not included. And here we are, here I am, sitting here as a token. That's what it feels like. Today I was at the march with all the other climate activists, and the voices there are loud and clear that we need to work together. As Mr. Huck has mentioned, we are at the point where we cannot go back. We are at the point where the rhetoric needs to change. We are not at the point where we can have these same conferences over and over and over again and expect different results, because the money is not going where it needs to. Where I am sitting from today, our communities have lost train stations, access to food, access to internet, and the climate crisis is not 10 years away, it's now. We are seeing it right now. And the fact that I am sitting here saying this to you shouldn't come as a shock, because it has been happening. So to be honest with you, we are extremely frustrated with what has not happened. And if we are to reinvent the wheel, we don't need to actually reinvent the wheel, because the solutions are there. Traditional communities have access to knowledge that has been transferred orally throughout generations. I'm sure, Madeleine, you know that as well from your community. And these solutions need to be promoted, they need to be turned into actions. The amount of money that goes into organizing these events, the amount of money that goes into conducting research, we know it's there. The research is there. We don't need more research. What we need is action. We want to see where this money is going. 1 trillion pledged year after year. Where is that money? The local communities can tell you it's not going where it needs to, because we are dying. Our communities are suffering. And from where I am, gender just transitions is not even a word, because we are at the point of reacting to the crisis. We are at the point of recovering from the crisis, because the COVID-19 crisis may have shown us that we can all act together. But if we can all act together when there is COVID-19, why can we not act together for the climate crisis? This is my extremely loud perspective, and I hope you apologize. I apologize for being that way, but we are frustrated, and we want to see what's actually going to happen out of Stockholm plus 50.
Thank you. Let's applaud that. Thank you, Bhavna, for being loud and clear. That's really excellent. In a frustrating context of here we are 50 years later, probably discussing many of the same issues. So from a government perspective, Dr. Kandel,